What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Now, this video here today, it's a little bit of a deep one, so get ready for it. But I wanted to make a video basically highlighting the Marius adventure, the Marius missions on how to get this champion. This champion is insanely good. Probably the best free champion you can get in this game. And that says a lot, considering that there's some really good free champions in this game that you can get. For example, Lydia was the old standard here, coming in from the faction war. Sorry, I bumbled that a little bit, but Lydia here still very relevant in today's game with the incredible 3-turn cooldown, AoE decrease defense, and weaken, increase speed, and strengthen. One of the best in that department still. She's free, but I don't even think she is even as good as the Hydra champion that's free. You get the Mithrala tokens here. You get Mithrala from the Hydra. I already have her, so you can't really show her anymore for the tokens, but you basically get pieces of her by doing Hydra every week. She is, I think, even better than Lydia when you get Mithrala. She's a game changer. She can definitely use her in late game everywhere, actually, similar to Lydia. But this champion, Marius the Gallant, is actually even better than both of them in my opinion because of how strong he is in all areas of the game. Incredible champion, self-buffing, increased accuracy for your whole team as well, and then also the stun, which is super annoying, and then the triple nukes here coming in, and then the A1 Enfeeble can be super clutch with the passive that allows him to spam the A1 over and over and over again. Incredible champion here. I want to make this video to help people on their way to get this champion as easily and painlessly as possible, because he is actually less painful to get than, for example, Ramantu. Ramantu missions are, known to be incredibly annoying and difficult to get. He's probably one of the hardest ones to get, maybe. I would say Mithrala is probably easier to get. And then Lydia's actually getting a little bit harder to get for some people because the factions are getting, there's more and more factions nowadays, so it's getting harder to get Lydia. But Ramantu is notoriously difficult to get, but I think Marius, in terms of level of difficulty of getting him, definitely worth a shot at going for him. And of course, you have the Arbiter missions here, which give you Arbiter. She's also incredibly strong as well. But Marius, in a league of his own compared to the rest of them. So I'm going to show you guys in this video how best to navigate his missions and what to look out for so you guys have a less bumpy ride. All right, guys, it's time for spreadsheet mania here. So I made all the missions into a spreadsheet, and we're going to go over each one, and I'm going to highlight some trouble points for you guys. The key points you guys need to take away from each one of these basically parts of the mission here. You can see here my alt still working on the Marius missions. I'm only about halfway through. I'm not even at the 2 Lego books yet, so it's actually still relevant to me that I still need to pay attention to this, some of this stuff. But you can kind of see here a lot of the stuff is going to be gated by either progression or energy. That's kind of the way I kind of broke it down. Also, there's going to be some parts that are be broken down by schedule, but I highlighted some key things here that you might want to pay attention to. So in the first section of the mission, so this one before the Sacred Shard, you have to earn 120 immortal soul coins from selling souls from your collection. So a lot of people ask me sometimes, why do I not sell souls? Why do I not sell souls? Well, the main reason is I don't really need to sell the souls for anything. If I wanted to buy something and I need to sell souls, then yes, I would sell souls. The big thing was in the beginning, many months ago when the Marius missions were still active, there was this quest where you had to earn immortal soul coins by basically selling souls from your soul collection. So this is one of the missions you have to be very mindful of. Don't sell your soul, save your souls for this type of mission. You're going to see a couple of these missions show up throughout the entire way to Marius. Don't just automatically sell all your souls without really thinking about it. You definitely need to pay attention to that. Immortal soul coins are these ones, the silver ones. So you have to sell, you have to sell enough souls to get some of the silver coins back. Sorry, I apologize. Excuse me. It's actually these gold coins. So you only need to sell 120. So for example, you could do it with just sell a 3-star legendary, you get 160 of these gold immortal coins back. But just something small to consider. This is a pretty early mission, but definitely want to save up your souls for this to sell it. Like I said, this is a good practice because you're going to be having to run into these missions later on as well. Up next, the next one is we have the Iron Twins on Void. Now, it's not a high level in the beginning, but they do have some limitations where they're going to try to gate you with the schedule. Keep in mind that the Void Twins Fortress always happens once a week. So if you're stuck on this, or you have this up and you're ready for it, but now you have to wait a week, that kind of sucks, right? So make sure you guys look ahead like 5 missions or as far missions as you can, and just try to plan ahead a little bit what you guys want to do. I mean, this is just general advice for you guys still looking for Marius, but this is one of the ways that these missions are structured so that they make you wait a long time. So for example, here, the Void Fortress is only going to be open once a week. You don't want to be stuck waiting 6 days for this to open. Up next, we have the spend 5,000 mortal coins in the Mystic Market. So in the Mystic Market here, mortal coins are these silver coins that you accumulate from basically doing Iron Twins. So here I would do 5,000 mortal coins, sorry. So this is another instance where you are best off saving your mortal coins until you absolutely need to use it. The only time you would use this is if you're converting them into these mortal soul stones in preparation to basically pull them. This is kind of why you see in some of my videos, whenever I do soul stone videos, I just have them in coins. I just have them in coins, and when I'm ready to convert them into soul stones, then I will buy and spend all my coins. Kind of a habit that I developed when I was doing some of these Marius missions. There's no real drawback to holding back the coins, so don't feel the need to convert them right away into these soul stones. Again, this might be something that you might face again in future Marius missions, so not just applicable to the first third of the missions. So moving on here, we got equip a champion with 2 impulse artifacts. So the impulse artifacts will come from live arena, guys. You will be getting basically, yeah, it's right here. So impulse, you get impulse and zeal set from live arena. So this is something you need to pay attention to. It says equip a champion with 2 impulse artifacts. So you need to have 2 different ones, first of all. So make sure you guys do some live arena so that you guys can, basically have some of these pieces of gear available, because you don't want to be heading into this mission and then having no impulse artifacts. So then you have to basically grind these chests, 35 wins per chest, and hoping you get 2 different pieces that you can put on your champion. Don't sell all your pieces of impulse or zeal, even if they're total garbage, because you will need them for this mission and various missions ahead. Make sure you guys keep at least a full set of each, even if they're just bad. You don't want to be stuck trying to build a full set of 6, waiting for a glove from one of these sets. Then you'll just be grinding live arena forever. Let that be a warning. That's a big warning, because this quest or this mission is actually very difficult to do if you get gated here, if you destroyed all your gear, for example. So make sure you save the set pieces from live arena. After that, we have an awaken a champion to level 2. So this is another instance where you only want to use your awakening soul stones when you absolutely have some use for them. Don't just randomly awaken champions for the sake of it, just because they look pretty in your roster, for example, especially when you're tackling these Marius missions. These missions will occur again, not just this one time, they will occur again. Awaken a champion to level 2. So make sure you have at least a 2-star soul somewhere in your box where you can awaken a champion. Make sure that's possible, because the last thing you want to do is to pull soul stones off an event without an event active, hoping for a level 2 stone on a champion that you have that is not already awakened. So keep that in mind. And like I said, this mission in higher difficulties will show up again. All right, guys, so I just wanted to recap the trouble missions again. So 1, saving souls to sell. So you can pick up 120 immortal coins. So that's going to be a tough one. So don't sell all your souls right away. So be aware of the void day. So that's going to be a scheduling thing. Just make sure you guys are aware that when that void Iron Twins is open, just make sure you guys are aware that mission is coming up. The next thing is save 5,000 of the silver coins so that you can spend them on the mortal soul stones for that mission. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck doing 5 days of Iron Twins, for example, or maybe even more, or trying to do like other levels or trying to pick up rewards from events. It's not a fun time if you did not save for that. Otherwise, it's very easy to just get through it as long as you save for it. Save Impulse artifacts. That goes for Impulse and Zeal. Make sure you guys save those guys. And then save a 2-star soul so you guys can awaken 1 champion. So the key progress markers for the first part of the Marius missions here. So everything up until the Sacred Shard. First, you need to do stage 3 of the hard dungeon. So that's a key thing here. So you make sure you guys are aware of what you guys need to be at to tackle all of these areas. Stage 3, hard dungeons. Bronze 4, live arena. You need to 1 key normal Hydra. So that's important too. You need to do Sand Devil or Shogun stage 5. You need to do hard difficulty Centranos and specifically hard Cobble Market. So you need to do hard Cobble Market here in the Curse City. So Cobble Market would be just this first island here. Sorry, just this first island here. You need to be able to handle some stages in this island. All right, guys, let's move on to part 2. This is where my alt account is right now for part 2, nearing the end of it. But let's go over some of these trouble spots here for you guys as well. So first big one is earn 400 clan gold from clan quests. Now, if you just did your clan quest, this mission could kick you back 1 week. So make sure you guys are aware that when you guys start part 2, you guys have this ready to go. So all you really have to do is have your clan quests ready to collect and then collect them for this mission. You guys need 400 clan gold. So unfortunately, you'd probably need two of these expert ones or 1 elite, 1 basic. So you do need a couple of them, right? But make sure you guys are aware that you guys can collect the mission, collect these quests coins while you wait for the mission to show up. So don't collect the coins until the mission shows up, basically. After that, we have spend 500 clan gold in the clan shop. This can be done relatively easily. You could basically just buy a couple of these accessories, for example, or a couple whatever. But make sure you have at least 500 clan gold ready to go. So don't spend all your clan gold. That's unlikely, but in the off chance that you don't have any clan gold, this can be an absolute pain in the butt because it's going to set you back at least a week waiting for the quest to show up, and then getting 500 clan gold and then spending it. After that, we have craft 5, rank 5 or higher mythical artifacts in the forge. So here, you really want to pay attention to these mythical charms. You have to keep some of these so that you have a higher chance of crafting your mythical pieces. Otherwise, without these, it's just not going to happen. So make sure you guys save these charms for these missions. Later on, you're going to get more of these charms and then have more opportunities to use them. But for these missions, just make sure you guys save these. These type of missions will show up again. So make sure you guys don't craft using mythical charms outside of these missions for now. The next mission here that's going to give you guys a little bit of problem is the earn 240 immortal soul coins from selling souls from your soul collection. Again, you will just need to keep some stuff to sell in your collection here. So you need to sell 240. So for example, I selected, a level 1 legendary, 2 level 1 legendaries and a level 2 legendary. That's going to give me 226 immortal soul coins already. So it's not super hard. Just don't completely sell off everything because like I said, you're going to see these missions pop up again and again. So the next one we have here, earn 550 clan gold from clan quest. Another clan quest mission here. So this one, you're going to have to take a 350 and a 200 or a 350 and 2 of these 100s. It's really important that you get one of these 350s because the 550 clan gold obviously doesn't math out properly. So make sure you guys get the 350. Otherwise, this will take you 2 weeks to do. It's going to push you back, right? After that, you need to clear stage 11 of the fortress, the Iron Twins fortress on Void. Again, this is a scheduling type of bottleneck here. So once per week, the Void will be open. Just make sure you guys are aware when it happens. And of course, you guys need to be able to clear stage 11. All right, so after that, another sell souls for coins again. So here you're selling for 500 immortal soul coins. So here it's going to be a little bit more expensive. You definitely need to save up some of these and participate in some of these soulstone events where you pull stuff. So here you can kind of see all the 1s and 2s adding up to 522 here. So it's going to take you more and more of these souls to rack up enough so that you can clear these missions. If you have enough of the souls, the missions are very quick. But if you don't have the necessary souls to sell, it's a freaking pain in the butt. So for example, those are legendaries. If you're looking at rares, for example, rares, you're looking at, I believe, level 4 or higher, 3 or higher. Level 3s give you the immortal coins. It has to be the immortal coins, the gold coins, not the red coins. So that's the big problem too. So if you only keep big souls, you're not going to get enough of the immortal coins. So here, for example, this is 48 immortal coins, the gold coins from a 3-star epic. But if you go to the 4-star epic, you're getting the eternal coins, and that's not going to work for this mission. So make sure you guys have a nice variety of souls ready to sell for these missions. After that, you have purchase any 6 souls from the merchant. So the merchant here, any 6 souls. The easiest way to do this is just to buy this 1-star rares and just be done with it. Although it's going to cost you 12 of these, 12 of the immortal soul essences. All right, so make sure you guys have a little bit in the bank so that you guys can just waste them buying the rare ones. Of course, if you find something else that you like, then sure, that's fine. But yeah, definitely make sure you save up a little bit of these resources so that you can actually buy them. If you have to wait for these resources, oh man, it's an absolute nightmare. So just be prepared for that. All right, moving on. So the next big hurdle is equip a champion with 4 Zeal artifacts. Again, the Zeal artifacts come from the live arena chest. This is a massive bottleneck. If you don't have them already, you need 4 different pieces. So make sure you guys are doing your live arena consistently and saving up impulse and zeal set pieces. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of pain, and it feels impossible to complete these missions if you don't have those pieces ready to go. After that, we have an awaken a champion to level 4. So here, again, you're going to have to save at least a level 4 soul so that you can awaken one of your champions. If you have it and you have the champion ready to awaken, then it's a very easy mission. If you don't, then this is going to be an absolute nightmare for you guys. And after that, last real difficult one that I identified was crafting 2 rank 6 mythical artifacts in the forge. Again, like I said, you really want to keep the mythical charms ready for these missions. And here you're going to have to do the rank and rarity as well. And then just hope that you can get one of these 6-star mythical pieces ready to go. It's just, yeah, at this point, it's just RNG. Hopefully you have enough of these charms to try to get it. Otherwise, you're just going to be slogging through and it's going to be a massive bottleneck for you guys. All right, so just a quick recap here. The big trouble missions here are save clan quests, save mythical charms, save souls to sell, save essences to buy souls, save the zeal gear, save a 4-star soul to ascend 1 champion, and then be aware of your void scheduling days. So those are some big trouble spots for you guys just to pay attention to for part 2 in the Marius missions. Here are some key progress markers for part 2. You need to do hard Hydra, 2nd chest. That's enough damage for 2nd chest. You need to reach Silver 2 live arena. You need to do hard difficulty Centranos, reaching Dead Rise. Dead Rise is the D island here, this island. Okay, so you guys have to be able to handle at least heading into here in hard difficulty, okay guys? After that, we have stage 7 all hard dungeons need to be completed. Stage 11 Iron Twins and stage 14 Sand Devil and Shogun. So these are key check marks or checkpoints for your account to make sure you guys can get through part 2 properly and head into part 3 where Marius is waiting at the finish of that. All right, guys, on to part 3. This is the last part before Marius has the final prize in all these missions. But we're not going to get there easily. There's some tough ones here, of course. First one, earn 40 Eternal Soul Coins from selling from your collection. Eternal Soul Coins are the higher rarity, higher value coins. You get these from, I believe, 3-star Legendary. Actually, 4-star Legendary. Where's 4-star Legendary? Do I have a 4-star Legendary? I must. Yes, you get them from 4-star Legendaries, and I believe you get them from 4-star Epics. You do. Do you get them from 3-star Epics? You don't. So it's going to be 4-star or higher sells. All right, so make sure you guys have enough souls to sell so you guys can get the Eternal Soul Coins, guys. So very, very important. If you have nothing in your collection, it's going to be an absolute crazy fest. of pulling and basically just praying for RNG that you get something worthwhile to sell. 40 of these, you're looking at what? You're looking at selling a single, like a 4-star. A 4-star rare gets you 6. So a 4-star epic gets you 24. So you can sell a 4-star epic, a 4-star 6, and then maybe like 3 4-star 6s. A 4-star rare, as far as a 4-star legendary, gets you 75. So whatever you guys want to do, make sure you guys save them for these missions before you guys start selling them off. Afterwards, obtain 20 mythical artifacts from any dungeon. Now this is a huge energy bottleneck. It's going to take you approximately 2,000. It takes you about 400 energy per mythical artifact on hard 10. So 20 mythical artifacts equals approximately 8,000 energy. Now this is just a big energy sink. Obviously you need to be progressed enough to do hard 10, but keep in mind that is here right now, 8,000 energy approximate. Afterwards, you guys spend 10,000 mortal soul coins in the market. Again, 10,000 of these is roughly 10 days. 10 days of Iron Twins. That's if you're really unlucky. It might be even 2 weeks if you're luckier. Because if you're luckier, you're getting some of the higher quality resources. But if you're unlucky, then you're getting some of the really small silver coins. But also you get them from events and stuff. But you're looking at about a week or 10 days roughly of farming up these silver resources. And then you need to spend them all at once. So make sure you guys save that. Again, the strategy that I highlighted earlier, where you basically only convert these coins into mortal soul stones when you are pulling for events, is perfect for this mission. Okay, otherwise you guys are gonna be farming stuff for like over a week, 2 weeks just to get through this mission. And then afterwards, we have earned 250 immortal soul coins from selling souls again. So here we go, guys. More selling souls. Immortal soul coins again. That's back to the gold coins, but you need 250 of that. So it's a substantial amount. So make sure you guys have enough saved up as well. After that, we have clear 4 awakened stages in the Cursed City on hard mode. Now, this is going to be something that's going to be hard for some people, depending on what kind of roster you have. But just something to be aware of, you need to be able to clear at least 4 of these stages to clear this next mission here. After that, the next hard one I identified is equip a champion with 6 impulse artifacts, guys. 6 impulse artifacts. These are artifacts from the live arena chest, so make sure you guys have it here. If you guys don't have a full set, then it's going to take you a while to get one of these chests. Each one of these chests take about a week. Like if you're hovering around 50% win rate and you're doing your battles every day, each one of these chests about a week. So this could set you back a long time. So hopefully this video was helpful in helping you guys save your impulse and zeal sets, because you have a 6-piece impulse artifact and a 6-piece zeal artifact for champions as well, basically right next to each other in the missions. After that, we have earn 80 immortal soul essence from the Iron Twins. Now this one is really bad RNG. This could take you forever or it could be really fast. This is the immortal soul essence, the silver the silver essence resource from the Iron Twins. I believe on average it takes about a month. It takes about a month to do this if you can farm level 15 with gems. if you refresh with gems, it could take you weeks, many weeks. I would say 2 to 8 weeks, depending on how lucky you get. But this is a really tough mission. It's near the end of the Marius missions, but yeah, it's a really high bottleneck for resources. Lastly, awaken a champion to level 4. So you're gonna need another 4-star soul, and then just awaken your champion, and you're good to go. After that, we have a lot of different trouble missions in this last part. There's also some key progress markers, so let's go over that. All right, so the trouble missions here, we got saved, awaken, Centranos stages. So you want to save those stages to basically complete when the missions are up for them. What I mean by that is because some of these missions actually require you to defeat certain levels when the mission is up. So for example, there's a mission down here in the later parts of the part 3 where it says clear D17. So clearing D17 of the Cursed City. So D17 is, I guess, this one. Nope, that's 14. 17. Nope, that's 15. Where's 17? Oh, it's this one. Iragoth D17. So I don't know if this is 100% retroactive, so I don't want to give you guys some bad advice here, but definitely hold off on completing this type of mission, or at least be aware of it before the mission shows up. I'm not 100% sure whether it's retroactive or not, but just be aware that there are some missions that require you to clear certain stages in Centrano. So just be aware of that. Afterwards, we have save clan quests. So save collecting your clan quest coins, and also make sure you pick the correct one so that you can do enough coins to complete those missions. This is something you need to be aware of. This is probably something that not most people are super aware of, but they need to have this top of mind to complete these quests. Otherwise, it's just massive like time delays if you want to wait like a week or two, right? After that, you have to save souls for multiple missions. Saving souls to sell for multiple missions. You need a variety as well, because you need to get the eternal essence as well as the immortal essences. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But again, the strategy that I highlighted in the beginning, save all your stuff before you absolutely need to sell it or convert it into resources. That's the way to complete these missions without too much delays. You need to save your LA medals. There's missions where you have to spend your LA, like live arena medals. So definitely something to be aware of as well. So don't use your medals until the missions show up, basically. The other thing is save your essences to buy souls. So there's going to be spending essences missions. You need to save your impulse gear. You need to save your zeal gear. You need to save a single 4-star soul to ascend one champion. And you need to be aware of the void schedule. Key progress markers for part 3. 1 key brutal Hydra. You need to reach silver 3 live arena. It shouldn't be too bad nowadays. You need to be into hard difficulty Centranos, of course. Everywhere except for the last part. Except for whatever this... Soul Cross here. You need to be able to be in all 3 of the islands. You need to defeat Hard Amius. That could be a big problem for a lot of people, but you need to defeat Hard Amius. You also need to do you need to do Dungeons Stage 10, Iron Twin Stage 15, and Sand Devil Stage 25. So you need to be at the top levels for all the dungeons available. All right, folks, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully it was helpful and informative for some of you guys. At least it should give you guys a bit of a heads up. And hopefully you guys are aware of something today after watching this video that you weren't aware of before. This champion is incredible, Marius the Gallant. As soon as you pick him up, you're going to be boosting your account big time. He's going to be helpful in all areas of the game. Chimera, Hydra, all dungeons, arena. He's just incredible champion. And I want to make sure that everybody gets a fair shake at it. Sometimes the missions can be super frustrating. Some of the missions are going to be frustrating anyways. For example, getting the 80 essences from Iron Twins is just going to take time. No matter the amount of prep you have for it, it's just going to take time. But hopefully some of the instructions and the tips I gave in this video will save you guys boatloads of time as you guys go through some of these missions that kind of creep up on you and you're not really aware of what's happening. So general advice, just look ahead, 5 or 10 missions and see what's ahead. That's just general advice, but there's obviously going to be things that are going to catch you off guard. Hopefully don't stall you out for too long, because this champion is amazing. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys do, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel if you guys like the content. You guys want to come back for more. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.